military officer, Moammar Gadhafi led a coup against the reigning king and set up the Libyan Arab Republic. In the 1970s, he tried to unite Libya, Egypt, and Syria as the Federation of Arab Republics, and throughout his 42-year rule, he has been an irritant to the West. Ian Lesser advised former President Bill Clinton on North African affairs.
We've seen over years rapid shifts from Libya focusing on Arab-Israeli affairs to the region, to Africa. At one point, Libya is an African country, then it's a Middle Eastern country, then it's a global actor, then it's inward-looking. There's these rapid shifts.
U.S. and Libyan tension rose in the 1980s. The U.S. held Libya responsible for the bombing of a West Berlin disco frequented by the American military, and the two countries battled over access to the Gulf of Sidra. This is how President Ronald Reagan described Mr. Gadhafi.
This mad dog of the Middle East.
The U.S. retaliated for the German incident by bombing a Gadhafi compound. He escaped, but his adopted baby daughter died. In the late 1980s, Pan Am Flight 103 exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland, killing 270, many of them American. Years later, Libya would accept responsibility for the bombing and agree to monetary settlements. A Libyan national was sentenced to 27 years in prison for the act, but when he was released on humanitarian grounds, Mr. Gadhafi greeted him as a celebrity. Now protesters, emboldened by Egypt's recent uprisings, are challenging the Libyan leader's rule, and he is losing support of key government figures. Ali Ajali is the Libyan ambassador to the U.S.
I resign from serving the current dictatorship regime, but I will never resign from serving our people until their voices reach the whole world. I am calling for him to go and leave our people alone.
Moammar Gadhafi spoke on state TV and said he will stay in Libya and die a martyr. He raised the Green Book that he wrote about his political philosophy. The books are free at Libyan embassies around the world. The first part is called The Solution to the Problem of Democracy. Ali Abu Zakuk is a Libyan human rights activist in Northern Virginia. Protesters in Libya called him as he was watching Mr. Gadhafi on TV.
This is his last hurrah, his last speech. He wouldn't have anything else to say because he is living outside history. He's not in history anymore.
But he is still in charge in Libya, even if, as some analysts say, he is detached from reality. Carolyn Presutti, VOA News.